Hello students, how are you? I hope you are doing well. Today I am again having a new video session regarding the concept of paraphrasing. In this video you will learn that how to paraphrase and some because this question is given to the student in exam and most of the students are not well aware of the concept of paraphrasing. So in this video you will completely acknowledge about the real concept of paraphrasing. So first of all, before we start the video, you must know what is the definition of the paraphrasing. What is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing is a kind of expression in which the students are supposed to write in a simple English. You know that simple English is very simple to understand, so you must know how to write in a simple English your paraphrasing. So in paraphrasing, you are supposed to write the same words, but you can change the word, but you should not change the meaning. You can depend upon the different words, but it should be very simple to understand. So it will be. And second thing that one of the main thing which I like to show that okay, most of the students do not know the meaning of paraphrasing, that how to write a paraphrasing. Actually, paraphrasing is always written in first person. Like you can use the subject like I, my, me, mine, myself, we, our, ours, us, ourselves. So these are the specific subjects which are always used for writing the paraphrasing in exam. Secondly, some of the students are writing using he, she, they, and ye. These things should not be used in paraphrasing. This is the way of writing explanation. On the metric level, 8, 9, 10 level, these things are not asked frequently from the students, but students are ignorant of it. But whenever they get into the class first year and the second year, two questions are given to the student. That is, the first question is a paraphrasing, where the second one is an explanation. So what is the difference between explanation and the paraphrasing? Paraphrasing requires of only specific and certain knowledge discussed in the stanza, but whereas explanation always depends upon the more detail that what has been written all about. You can depend upon, if you want to write explanation, you need to have 2 to 3 more lines for the one line explanation. But as far as the paraphrasing is concerned, you have to be specific. You can change the word, but you should not change the meaning. Like example, that if you have been given only 5 to 6 line stanza lines, so your answer should not be more than 6 or 7 lines, more than 6 and 7 lines, because you can't explain more. If you explain it, so you can deduct the marks. You will not be able to make a good score in the paraphrasing as well. Secondly, never ever start your paraphrasing in this stanza poet or poetess says, because whenever you start your paraphrasing with in this stanza, the poet or poetess say, you can lose your marks. So student, please be aware of it when you are using some such kind of the stuff. So today I have selected the one stanza for you. By this practice, I hope so you will be able to understand the concept of paraphrasing. I wandered lonely as a cloud. So this is a one line. He has used I wandered. So what is a wandered? Some of the students are writing I wandered, the same sentence they write in a prose style, because this is a poetry style, right? But this struggle will not be fruitful for them, because you did not give a new word for the wandered. So wandered will be having a walk aimlessly. So you can also say I was, do not say he. I was wandering. I was walking aimlessly, lonely like a cloud, like a cloud that was floating on high over. There is a small form of over valleys and hills. Vales. You should not use the word vales in the paraphrasing. You should use valleys, because you have to give the another name of it. So when at all at once, suddenly, you can use another word suddenly for the all at once. I saw a crowd of, a group of. You should, so the crowd is a word which is used for the, it is giving the metaphorical language has been used, but never ever use the metaphorical personification or figurative language should not be discussed in the paraphrasing. So be simple, and you can change the word, but you should not change the meaning. When suddenly I found a group of golden daffodils, okay, so which were growing beside the lake, okay, and under the trees. So what they were flattened. So here the flirting has been used. They were moving violently and dancing in the breeze in the wind. So this is the simple way I told you. These are the simple words which has been used in it. So what are the simple words? So wonder, it should be changed. Or secondly, veils should be changed. That is over. Or if you have a good word for floats, you can change it. All at once, crowd, or host, or beside, beneath, you have under, flatten. So these are the 7 to 8 words which should be changed when you are paraphrasing a stanza. But never ever use in this stanza the poet says no, because you can lose the marks. Secondly, the same thing should be used which they have used the slide of a subject. I have been used, so you should use I with it. Don't use he, because this is the way of explanation. I was wandering, I was moving, I was walking aimlessly like a cloud was floating on over valleys and hills, and at once I found a group of golden daffodils which were growing uh, beside the lake under the trees, where they were moving violently and dancing in the breeze. So this is the simple way of paraphrasing. So you can change the word, but you should not change the meaning. If this stanza is comprised of 6 lines, so your answer should not be more than 7 to 8 lines. But if you are writing 10 to 15 lines and you have given extra information, so this can lose your marks. This extra information will not be fruitful to you. I hope so. In this video, you must have learned about the concept of paraphrasing. Use these tips. Definitely, you can make a good score. Thank you so much for being with me. Goodbye.